It's showtime.
Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. My name is Kix, and we are currently watching Red versus SouL. SouL taking incredibly quick 1-0 lead in the series, but it is a best of 5. There is still 4 more possible games heading your way. And up next we have a very special match to my heart. And as we introduce our players here, I'll explain why. So, let's head on over and see who's going to be playing in the next game. Okay, so with rOuta in playing for Red here on the left hand side of your screen, was a little bit absent from round 2, but back again here for round 3. And part of the reason is the map he's going to be playing on, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, so with SouL Gaming, we're going to have nOOB. Now, nOOB, another one of SouL Gaming's pickups from Have At You, gained notoriety, much like his pal Spire, through winning or doing very well in a few of the tournaments. nOOB definitely played in round 2. He played a lot for SouL, but the stats are a little bit buggy, so please forgive me for that. But they'll be fixed for Monday's cast, if not Wednesday's cast next week. I seem to be calling a method that's loading the wrong data or something like that, but nOOB has certainly been playing very well against his opponents, so this is going to be a tough match for rOuta, but basically he'll be moving on to, I believe, one of his favourite maps, and when I added this map to the pool, I knew that this was like a rOuta beacon even, because he would be back here. He is going to be playing on Plasma. Now, if there's one thing Red have going for them here, they have a Plasma specialist in rOuta, and he is a very strong Finnish player, and not the strongest. I mean, arguably, and he will agree with me that he's not as strong as nOOB, but if he is someone is going to take down nOOB on Plasma, it's going to be the specialist himself. It's rOuta, so hopefully he's going to be able to put on a good show here. This is going to be a very quick game, or a very long one. So let's actually head on over to the game, and let's find out which one of those is going to be. It's Game 2 of Red versus SouL, STPL Week 1 Group Stages, rOuta versus nOOB. Okay, it is fastest. Just need to double check. So starting us off here in the bottom left-hand position, we do have the orange Protoss fighting for red. It's rOuta. And his opponent starting us off in the 3 o'clock position. On Plasma, it's going to be the teal Protoss fighting for SouL. It's nOOB. Okay, now, rOuta, I hope I'm saying your name correctly now. I'm probably not, so I'm going to keep saying it incorrectly until I somehow go on voice with you and you teach me how to say it again. I know you did do that a long time ago, but nOOB's sending out a very quick scout, wants to check what his opponent's doing. Obviously, rOuta playing very standard at the moment. Not going to block his ramp as he's pretty sure there wouldn't be an early scout. But it's going to be pylon first, of course, for both players. They're not going to go for any crazy Nexus first shenanigans, although this is a very good map for it. But it's also a very good map for shuttle play. One of the things is here, you can see just how small the mains are. Very small buildable area. But there is sort of a natural expansion you can take very easily, which are mineral only. And there is a gas base back here as well. Going to be the same thing for nOOB. Now, there isn't really any positional imbalances as such on this map, just based on the fact that both players will have the same amount of airspace behind their mains. So nothing too crazy going on there. It looks like we are going to have a gas steal though coming in for nOOB, which is going to delay any possible tech coming in from rOuta. and hopefully that won't eat into his plan too much. He's not going to be able to get the gas steal himself, nOOB making sure to get that gas early on. But there is still a few things that rOuta can do. Obviously, I mean, we're seeing one base carrier on this map, I believe, between... we even saw it in the STPL. It wasn't in a PvT, or it wasn't in a PvP, it was in a PvT. I believe it was someone against Koga. I know I cast a lot of games, so I forget a lot of who the players were. But we saw Much versus Bisu, I think, on this map. I know it looks like we are going to have this first Zealot coming out to take out the gas. No additional Nexus coming in for rOuta right now, but no point in going for an extra gateway or anything like that, because the gateway units aren't going to be able to get across the map. But there is a core coming in for nOOB, as well as the second pylon. This probe going to be as annoying as possible for as long as possible. No Zealot or anything to clear that up. Oh, nOOB is being cheeky. He's mining minerals and gas. Just reducing the amount of gas in the main. Going to be a little bit more annoying later on. That's going to be 40 less gas that rOuta can actually take. So it doesn't seem like much, but when you start getting into mined out situations, it can be a little bit awkward. But we are going to have that second Nexus coming in for rOuta really quickly behind this. We see that third pylon just being put at the bottom. rOuta still sitting here, just not really sure exactly what to do. He's going to be going into an assimilator himself. As long as he can keep himself alive against any possible Reaver drop, which is most likely going to be coming in, he should be fairly safe. Now, just in case you haven't seen this map before, it's like a semi-island map. There are a lot of eggs blocking the way. I believe they have 20 armor, so it takes a long time for everything bar Reavers, splash damage and DTs to take them down, but you'll see that the probe can get through with the usage of these minerals. With the Zealots, not going to be able to break through there for a very, very long time, and sometimes it's actually better to leave yourself defended. But we are going to see rOuta with his own second Nexus finishing up. Could see him go into a very quick second gas. This probe still being incredibly annoying by nOOB. Looks like he did actually take down rOuta's probe as well. One of the big differences, we see a single Dragoon and a single Zealot for nOOB, whereas we do have these 4 Zealots out very early on for rOuta. That is going to allow him to do a little bit of a Zealot drop, if he so chooses to. And we even saw, like, in the opening videos of Round 3, you saw from the show match series, there was a PvP between someone on MSJ and VT, I think it was, where both of them, like, basically Reaver killed both of each other's probes. So that is something we could see here, but looks like there's not going to be a support bay coming in for nOOB just yet. He is going to opt instead to go for an elevator play. And now there is going to be a cannon here, but that's not going to be able to cover all of this area against any possible Dragoons. We are going to see some units back here to defend as well. Now, who is going to pull the trigger? Who is going to go into their tech first? It looks like it is going to be nOOB. We've got the support bay above the gas up here, going to have his third, fourth pylon as well. But it's going to be up to nOOB to try and use his initiative here to try and take down this this cannon. Now, of course, this pylon is actually in a very dangerous position. So if looks like nOOB is actually going to pick them up and drop them again. I'm not really sure what that was for, but maybe thinking about going back, but then being like, wait, I can just take down the pylon, and there's not really too much they can do. But here we go. Looks like we're going to have a rover facility as well coming in for rOuta, spreading his buildings out a little bit more. Him with a probe up here as well. Going to see the first major engagement of the game. It's going to force those Dragoons back in the shuttle. Now, rOuta isn't going to quite see the Reaver from nOOB, but he should understand that that is going to be the logical choice. We're going to see nOOB trying to break through the eggs as well. Now, it is going to be 2 gateways here very soon for rOuta against the 2 gates of nOOB. nOOB having his gateways up a little bit faster. One thing you can say about nOOB's build here is because he's not gone for such an early Nexus, he's built a lot more units. His tech is a lot faster as well. But you'll see here why the Reaver does so much damage to the eggs. It does like most of the health in one go. and the onus is gonna be on rOuta right now with his support bay coming up to try and delay until we see that Reaver tech coming in from him. Otherwise he could be in a lot of trouble. Let's actually have a look at the damage. Looks like the Reaver Scarab attacking one of the back eggs. Not going to be able to hit anything, but does manage to go through there. Does get a lot of damage off on those. rOuta is going to be in a little bit of a, trying to think of the right word, a tricky situation here, as he is going to be up against a vastly superior army count. And Zealots against Reavers is not a match you want to be taking. But is it a match that nOOB wants to take? He's going to look to move forward now. There's going to be a fourth gateway being added on for rOuta, so if he can hold on for long enough, maybe he can make something happen. It is going to be 2 Reavers against 0. Nice Scarab connections already. Going to have to dive on top of the Reavers, but great micro coming in for nOOB already, and rOuta may be out of luck already. He's lost all of his units, only killing a single Dragoon, I believe. I mean, he's gonna try and hold on, but these two Reavers even are worth their weight in gold. The first Reaver is out for rOuta, but it takes a Scarab immediately and goes down. That should be it. GG! And nOOB takes down the Plasma Specialist with a well-executed 1-base timing. Okay, so that was a little bit... I mean, that was all really set into action by that gas seal. There wasn't really too much rOuta could do about it. He just had to kind of weather the storm. It didn't quite work out. He did have a vastly superior probe count, but unfortunately, the late gateways from him really hurt him. I don't think he was expecting nOOB to push in that quickly. And the cannons, of course, as natural to defend, didn't really come into that final engagement. So that's going to take us into our next game, which is going to be a PvT. So I'll be back just after this. But just so I can give my voice a little bit of a rest, because it is quite a long cast to be doing solo, we're going to go into a quick break. So I'll see you guys in just under 5.